Hello everyone, Alzion the Great here, and welcome. If you're on my main channel, welcome back to LoLTalk. If you're on my new channel, welcome to the first episode of LoLTalk on this channel. And it's the first episode of LoLTalk after the lock-in tournament season, not the regular season. I mean, if that was the regular season, that was a pretty decent one. Wasn't terrible, but first, before we get into it, just, a few things to remember here. This is my opinion, so whatever I predict is usually wrong. This is my opinion. Whatever I predict is usually wrong, that's what I meant to say. All players mentioned in this are better than me, so if I mention any player by name, they can absolutely destroy me, so I'm not insulting them. Any images used in this are not owned by me. I do not make profit off of them. For instance, the LCS wallpaper in the background. And at number 5, like and subscribe. So, let's get into it. So first things first, here were the lock-in group stage results. Group A, first place was 100 Thieves, second place Team Liquid, third place TSM, fourth place Golden Guardians, fifth place CLG. In Group B, it was first place Evil Geniuses, second place Cloud9, third place FlyQuest, fourth place Immortals, and fifth place Dignitas. Going back to Group A, in Group A, the only thing I was really surprised by was Niles and Iconic. Iconic doing a way better than I thought, and Niles definitely not doing as good as I thought he would. I think I didn't get it completely right. I got everyone who advanced right in my pre-lock-in predictions. But yeah, I had put Liquid first, they finished second, 100 Thieves second, they finished first, TSM fourth, they finished third, and Golden Guardians third, they finished fourth, with CLG in fifth. So yeah, it's been a little bit since the lock-in tournament. It's been a few days. I don't really remember too much from it. TSM didn't really impress me a whole bunch, and I'm happy they got the wins. 2-2 was like the record I projected for them. I was just thinking, CLG wouldn't win a game, but they did. So regardless, that was Group A. Group B was a lot more intriguing because Evil Geniuses came out of nowhere and just shocked everyone, especially Jizuke, performing really well. The EG hot streak was, those first 2 games, that was really good, as they ended up finishing in first. Cloud9 finished in second, FlyQuest in third, Immortals in fourth, and Dignitas in fifth. I was a bit surprised by FlyQuest struggles. Literally starting roster in NXI, and then they went 0-2, then Jose Diodo comes in, and they win the next 2 games. And it was like, alright, I didn't expect FlyQuest to drop the first 2. I expected them to get at least 1, but it might have been against Cloud9 and EG. I forget, honestly, who they faced. But yeah, I mean, 2-2 was probably the record that I could have seen for FlyQuest if I had known EG was going to be this good. But yeah, I was thinking FlyQuest was going to be a little bit better. Interestingly enough, Cloud9... Well, first talk about Immortals struggles. I had no idea Immortals was going to be playing with their entire Academy roster. If I did, I would have probably put them 5th in their group under Dignitas. But I put them 4th and they finished 4th. I think I put them 4th. Where is thing? I gotta go find last predictions. Oh wait, this is not the right video. Oops. Let me go find my other LoLTalk video. If I can, real quick. So I predicted Immortals 3rd. But yeah, EG just comes out and just shocks everything to finish first in their group. And Dig, they finished 5th. And I did predict them to finish 5th. But I'm actually a little bit more hopeful that they beat Cloud9. and I'm a little bit more hopeful for Dignitas not finishing last, as I'll explain later. But Cloud9, I gotta talk about Cloud9 because they're 3-1. They finished in second. They almost won the finals. But honestly, it's just a little bit disappointing. Fudge, and honestly, I will say this right now, Fudge can go screw himself. Just for the things he said, but Fudge didn't perform up to par with what people thought he could do. Perks, that first game was very fun to watch, as he said he would not die in the lock-in tournament, and Dignitas won that game, so you can imagine Perks died a whole bunch. But yeah, Cloud9 and Perks just really didn't impress me a whole bunch. But they did end up 3 straight wins. They had a couple good dominant victories, but honestly, I wasn't too impressed with Cloud9 Perks. That is the lock-in results. So overall takeaways. Well, actually, overall takeaways I'll get at the end. As we will now transition into the bracket stage. Oh, I forgot to put the scores there. Well, it's okay. We can, I can make up the scores here. As I can put that up. Okay. So, 100 Thieves versus Immortals. It was a 2-0 for 100 Thieves. Thought it was going to be a 2-0 for 100 Thieves. It was. Cloud9 vs TSM, I was like, this could be a pretty competitive series. Now that Cloud9 has shown some faults, but ramped up towards the end, and TSM has shown they can, make some moments happen, but they're still a very shaky team. Cloud9 ended up taking it 2-1. I was expecting it, and TSM didn't, I wouldn't say the Sword Art move was bad right now, but unless they have a pretty decent performance in spring split in the first half of the season, I'm not exactly sure how TSM is going to go forward with this roster. Because I like the roster, I like it a lot. It's just I have the one qualm that I have with it is Lost at 80 carry and no threat to Lost. I actually really liked Lost when he was on Echo Fox, but I would rather have seen Cody-san than Lost start at 80 carry. But once again, no diss on Lost. He's a professional player, and I am just a guy who barely plays ranked. So I still think Cody-san should be the 80 carry, but I guess it's because I have a like towards Cody-san. I guess a biased would be the word, I think. So I'll trust him for now, but my one change would be Cody-san. Then we had EG versus Golden Guardians. I know you can't really see the GG logo there, but Evil Geniuses swept Golden Guardians. Honestly, didn't expect that. Even though they were, really, really hot, I thought, Golden Guardians would take a game, but no, they did not. Honestly, Golden Guardians, a little bit disappointing. I still think they're, a solid team. I still think they're a playoff team, even with the rookies that they have on their roster. But Stixay and Newbie didn't show up as well as I thought they could, in the group stages, and they didn't show up too well in the playoffs. But I'm excited for Golden Guardians' future, and this is definitely, in my opinion, not a 10th place team. So, or if at least they are a 10th place team, they'll have to perform like it to get to that point where everyone I've heard is placing them 10th. And then Team Liquid FlyQuest, I'm actually surprised that Santorin and Team Liquid, in Santorin's debut in the lock-in, swept Jose Diodo and FlyQuest. Like I think I fell asleep or I was playing games, and I was really surprised when I heard that Team Liquid swept FlyQuest, because I could have swore FlyQuest got a game, but they didn't. I think it honestly, because that really impacted my standings. FlyQuest getting swept by Team Liquid, it really did impact the standings and in my power rankings and how I view FlyQuest, because I was like, yeah, Jose Diodo is like really, really good, and he's gonna take FlyQuest to, you know, potentially back to where they were last year, which is, top tier team. But it didn't really work, and they got swept by Team Liquid, and it kind of just said, well, now I don't know about them. In the semifinals, we had Cloud9 versus 100 Thieves, and I was so angry that I wasn't angry, I was ticked off that Cloud9 reversed swept 100 Thieves. I was thinking 100 Thieves all the way. They are going, not quite sweep, I would expect Cloud9 to take a game, but I was like, this is a 100 Thieves team that is hungry. This is 4 of the 5 Golden Guardians players from last year. They are going to beat Cloud9, and they couldn't. They got a 2-0, and then they couldn't beat Perks, and Sven, with his 2 pentakills, just completely changed the series. Well, I wouldn't say completely changed the series right there, but Sven with his 2 pentakills, he was player of the series, no doubt there. I was kind of ticked, but it was a really good series, and in the end, 100 Thieves did not play to where I think they are, but I think this team, remember, this tournament doesn't matter in any way, unless you win it, which means you get money. But other than that, I'm still thinking 100 Thieves is the stronger team, even though they got reverse swept by Cloud9, because I think mainly it was a carry from Sven. That's what that was. Then Team Liquid smashed Evil Geniuses 3-0, and yeah, there's nothing really to say about that. I mean, I have a question for EG once we get to the actual LCS power rankings, but man, like, Liquid smashed EG and proved why they're probably the favorite to win the split, as they did go to the finals. They got us started with a 2-0 on Cloud9, and then Cloud9 took the next 2 games, and I was like, okay, this is it. Cloud9, you have a chance to prove to me right here, right now, by getting 2 reverse sweeps in a row, you have the definite edge over 100 Thieves and Team Liquid, because you are proven that in those adverse moments, you can come back. And even though they didn't win Game 5 and they did lose the lock-in finals, I'm still, like, positive on Cloud9. I'm still thinking, yes, this is a top 3 team, no doubt. But it's just like, I don't know if I could say that they are better than Liquid right now. So obviously, as you see the surprise back, kind of forgot it. I was surprised by the C9 resilience, that they managed to come back against against 100 Thieves, and almost managed to come back against Team Liquid. I was surprised by the 100 Thieves dominance in the first 4 games of their lock-in bracket run, which is the first 2 against Immortals and the first 2 against Cloud9. And I was surprised by Team Liquid's run, because honestly, it looked like Team Liquid wasn't really the best. It's like they were, getting kind of close with FlyQuest, and they smashed EG, and was like, okay, you just beat Cloud9. But no, they actually kind of tapered off towards the end, but Liquid still held on to win. As we're almost done, let's get to the final and official power rankings for me. Team Liquid still in first. 100 Thieves moves up to second. Cloud9 drops down to third. EG up to fourth. As you're going to have to give me a moment so I can find the... I gotta find the video that I opened first. And we gotta go find that. Thank you. So yeah, EG moves up to 4. TSM moves down to 5. FlyQuest moves down to 6. Golden Guardians stay at 7. Immortals to 8. CLG to 9. And Dignitas stays at 10th. Now, most of the people that are moving down is not because they did bad or below my expectations. It's just because EG took such a massive jump. Somebody has to go down. And also, as I stated before, I still think 100 Thieves is better than Cloud9. So my projected final right now, as if you are interested, 100 Thieves moved up from 3 to 2, and EG moved up from 9th, or 6th through 9th in my preseason rankings, because I said too close to be 100% sure. They went from 9th from 9th, 8th, 7th, or 6th, all the way up to 4th. And I kind of believe that, but I'll get into it as you can see the questions on the screen. So, projected final, Team Liquid 100 Thieves. I think 100 Thieves will mature during the season, and I think 100 Thieves will most certainly go to the finals. And Liquid, I mean, they looked like the strongest team with Armeo. They pretty much, I mean, I think the FlyQuest series was close. Then they destroyed EG and almost couldn't overcome Cloud9, but they did. They're still the best team right now. And I think those two teams are going to be the best at the end of the season in the mid-season showdown. I think one of those two teams will represent us at MSI. Other takeaways, top 3 is a complete question mark to me right now. Liquid, yes, they are strong. Yes, they won. But Liquid, I think, didn't they lose to 100 Thieves? Let me check real quick. Fairly certain they did, right? Yeah, Team Liquid, they lost to 100 Thieves. So 100 Thieves has already beaten Liquid. 100 Thieves had the chance to take down Cloud9 in a dominant victory, but Cloud9 came back. So there isn't really too much separating those two teams. Honestly, if it was a 7-game series, I would have said, let's go. And then, once again, Liquid looks like it's cruising towards victory. Cloud9 comes back. And even though Cloud9 does go down in my power rankings, I'm still not sure who is the absolute best team in North America. If I had to pick one right now, it would be Team Liquid, obviously, because they won the entire tournament. And they did beat Cloud9 in that final, but I still I don't know if we actually have a true, in my opinion, a true dedicated #1 team. And I guess we'll just go straight down the list here. We're going to skip bottom 6 for now. Is Evil Geniuses for real? Because if the version of Evil Geniuses that started the lock-in tournament shows up, we could have 4 best teams in the NALCS. Or sorry, NALCS. It's not that anymore. Just the LCS. But yeah, in my opinion, if EG keeps their form at least halfway from this lock-in tournament, I think they're guaranteed at least 5th. And if they have the form they started with, they could contend for top 3 with 100 Thieves, Cloud9, and Team Liquid. But right now, I'm going to put them in 4 and just say they're, from what I saw, they are the best out of any of the teams not named Cloud9, 100 Thieves, and Team Liquid. And then the bottom 6. Now, I have ranked these teams because I forced myself to rank them. I don't usually like ranking things, not only because I can be incredibly wrong sometimes, as I put EG 9th, but I don't really know if there is a super bad team. Because, as I've already stated, I think Golden Guardians are really good. I think they have a bot lane that can keep them afloat while they get experience for the top side of the map and look on to next year, most likely. I think Golden Guardians can contend for a playoff spot. I'm not sold on FlyQuest because they didn't really stand a chance against Team Liquid apparently, but it was a kind of close series. And we just need to see if Jose Diodo is, as good as he was, if he's as good as he was in the lock-in as he is in the regular season, then FlyQuest has a chance to make playoffs. TSM went 2-2, then they lost to Cloud9. I have my reservations about Lost. Uni's been getting a lot of negative attention lately. I like their players, but the roster didn't do, I guess, what TSM fans wanted. I mean, I expected a 2-2, but still, in the games I watched, it wasn't the way I wanted it to look. So I'm still unsure about TSM. Immortals, I have no clue. They literally played with almost the entirety of the Academy roster for all of lock-in. So I'm only putting them 8th because I haven't seen their roster yet. CLG, they're full of veteran players. These guys could spike at any point in time. Also, I'm not even sure they had Finn for most of the lock-in tournament, so CLG, no clue. And even though I did put Dignitas 10th, they did beat C9. They beat Perks on C9. I honestly think the bottom 6 teams, FlyQuest, Golden, or bottom 6, the 6th to 10th place teams, FlyQuest, Golden Guardians, Immortals, CLG, and Dignitas, any of them can swap in their roles. These are just my power rankings right now. I am not, super duper locked into anything except for Liquid, 100 Thieves, and Cloud9 are the top 3. But this is my power rankings right now. And that is going to be the end of the video. So thank you all for watching. This took a lot longer than I expected. Holy cow. Thank you all for watching. If you're on the old channel, like and subscribe. If you're on the new channel, like and subscribe. And welcome to Alzion the Great's League of Legends. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you guys next time.